First, it is great to see you. You look amazing. For folks who are watching this whole interview on Rudy Blair Entertainment Media, rudyblairmedia.com, before we started, you were going to tell me something. And I said, no, 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 no. Don't say a word because I want this on camera. All right.
Yeah.
What was going on with you last night? Because, like I said, you're looking good and you sounding great.
Yeah, last night I had my first club show in at least a year and a half. So
Wow.
I didn't get to bed till like 3 in the morning. It's wild.
Ouch.
It's wild.
Oh, how did it feel though, man? I mean, after all this time to get up on stage, and what was the personal preparation for this too? Because year and a half, 2 years. I mean, it's like going back to gym or everything else. What did you have to
Honestly.
do physically and also even spiritually? Personally, knowing you're going back on stage in this quote unquote new world.
Yeah. I mean, I was a bit nervous because it's like I've done some outdoor things so far since things have been opening up this year, but it's the first thing I've done like indoors with people, and so I was nervous about like if people were going to be wearing their masks, the audience and stuff. But like, of course, some did, some didn't, but no one's gonna who's gonna enforce that? I don't know. But so it's great to get back out there, but there's such like an anxiety about it too because like nobody knows what's going on. Like, who's gonna enforce things? All these COVID rules are there and they're great, but like I don't know, a bouncer trying to enforce that, like, is it worth it for them to get into that big hassle? Probably not. So there's that, but outside of that, just like the fact you get to like play music with your friends again, like real live music with an audience and all that, it's like there's nothing that compares to it. So the other stuff, as anxiety ridden as it is, it's like it's worth it to get to do what we love.
And we love listening to. I got to tell you something, man. I listened to your music. Two words came to mind: Luther Vandross. I have to
Hey,
put those
hey,
together.
hey.
I was just like, whoa! The voice. Honestly, I could play Luther and I could play you, put it together. I don't think I would know the difference, man.
Oh my gosh, don't. I
Yeah,
love that.
look, look, gift from God, definitely, man. Have you always been able to sing like this from yay high, or like was there like church in there or something? Because honestly, when people say R&B and soul, your face needs to be put next to that in the dictionary.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I never really sang in church, which I comes like people think is weird, like it sounds weird because I have such a soulful voice. But I think a lot of the artists that I'm inspired by were a lot of churchgoers and like people who grew up in church and sang in the church. So I've kind of like I guess emulated that a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean like I've always sang. I maybe wasn't always as good, but I worked on my craft. I enjoyed music, so I just kind of got better as time went on. The more you do it, the better you get. So.
Yeah, but it sounds like too, and looking behind you with the vinyl, there's some old school that you love.
Oh
you
yeah.
know before we get into all that, I got to make sure, because I always sort of rule, screw this up, whatever, because you are part of a select group this year, which is really important. It's the RBC Music First Up program.
Mhm.
Congratulations on that. For folks who don't know exactly what this is, what is it? How did you get involved with it? And how is it helping you in your career?
Oh my gosh, it's been such an amazing program. So I applied for it last year in 2020. And what they were doing at that time is just like offering like online performance opportunities for artists, right? So it was a way to kind of get some cash during COVID when you can't perform in real life. And I thought that would be it. Honestly, I thought we'd just do the performance, collect my check, and move on with my life. But they have been so great in actually supporting us. Like anytime an opportunity comes their way, our names are on the table. They're trying to make sure we get in there, make sure we get paid, make sure that we can just get seen, right? So it's like it feels good to like be part of something where I actually feel like it's a community that is trying to build us all up together. And now it's like I also have like this other network of artists that I didn't know before through
Yeah.
this program that I can connect with, and we're kind of going through the same experiences, and so it's just like good community and like a great, great, great opportunity.
I feel the same way because I'm interviewing everybody who's part of this program, which is
Yeah.
great because I get to be introduced. I'm like, how have you not been on my radar? Because, like I said, wow, I can only imagine what your shows are going to be like. So now that things are open up, you're going to see me in the audience at some point in
Yes.
time.
You know what? We actually met a long time ago, 2016.
Ah,
You interviewed my friend Shersey, and
yes.
I came to the interview, but I was just sitting in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
See?
knew of you. Yeah, yeah. So
There's
it was
six
just fine.
degrees.
Exactly. And my whole thing is like I've always been kind of like helping friends and different artists like with their music and stuff. So it's like
Mhm.
it's kind of like a 360 now. It's like I was kind of sitting there back there supporting her, and like now here we are. So yeah.
Fantastic. Love it. Love it. Now we were talking about the vinyl at the back. Who are some of
No,
your
yeah.
old school artists that you've looked up to and enjoy? And who are some of the, I can call, because I'm old, new school artists that you enjoy?
Old school, I have a lot of Prince over there. I've
Ah,
got like some D'Angelo, I've got some Maxwell, I've got like Whitney Houston, like all those things. My parents are Jamaican and my mom used to listen to like the divas. My dad was on the reggae side. So I have actually some of their collections still in my collection.
nice.
So I'm just always kind of like perusing things and just seeing what's there. And new school, like, oh man, I'm into everything. It's hard to find some of the ones I want, but I love Brandy. Kelly Clarkson, I know it's a weird choice, but whatever
No!
reasons, she just sings to my heart. She gets it. And then I have like some Rihanna, Ben Platt, Moses Sumney, like there's a lot of stuff.
No, you know what? Kelly Clarkson, let's put, she could sing soul whenever she
You can
wants to.
say
She basically
yes.
can sing anything she wants, so I can understand why she's on that list. You are one of those artists who can sing whatever he wants. What made you decide, though, that this was the industry that you wanted to be in?
So both my parents were in music growing up. So I think honestly, once they figured out that I could sing, like I didn't have a choice. So they just kind of like pushed me into it, and it was good. But I often say like it wasn't until I like left home, went to college, stopped doing music, that I was able to actually find the love of music for myself. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like trying to live out their dreams. It was just like I had to stop for a while to do school, and then I was like, you know what? I actually miss doing music. This is actually something that I really, really, really want to do, and not just because it was accessible and my parents were able to kind of afford to do it, right? So once that kind of happened, honestly, it's been a wrap. I've just been like hustling hard, writing all the time, trying to connect with as many people as I can, and just see how far I can push this.
Now, it's interesting because lately, I would say in the last year and a half, there has been a sort of flux of sort of like bringing that old school sound back up. Before that, there was a different sound. How were you navigating through that different sound to get to where you are now, which now seems to be that resurgence in popularity?
Yeah, I think everything comes in stages too, right? So at the beginning, I just wanted to put some things out, right? I wanted to just try what I could try, what I was feeling in the moment. That's what I was doing. As the project started to go on, it was kind of my way of like sourcing, okay, what are people kind of gravitating towards? What am I gravitating towards? It's one thing to record the music, but then when you do it live, then you realize, oh, I'm missing this, or like I want to do this on stage, and like this music is not allowing me to do that, right? So I think just having more experience and just really like diving into what your brand is and like what you actually want to be as an artist is what we're at now. So I think the last project that just came out last year, The Way You See Me, is like a perfect blend of me doing the pop R&B thing, and like there's a little bit of alternative in it still. But as far as all the projects go, I think it's the most sonically what I've always kind of heard up here,
Mhm.
And I just think it just takes time and experience to kind of be able to like to get those ideas out, because they've always been there. It's just I may not have had the tools, I may not have the right right collaborators to get that come across properly. And I think now I've kind of gotten a pretty good space of being able to do like, this is what I hear in my head, let's do it. And also just like I just stopped caring what people thought, to be honest, because I think worrying about how people are going to receive it, how people are going to think about like what they like, it's like the worst situation to be in when trying to create, because it just stifles you. You start second guessing everything, that all your natural instincts you start second guessing. So some of the stuff I'm working on now, like after the EP, is like it's different again, but it's like I'm just trying to do like what feels good to me. If it feels good to me, someone else is gonna feel good with it, and that's kind of my mentality with it now.
Let's go into the stories. What kind of stories do you like to tell through your music?
I mean, obviously, we sing about love because that's what we do. And I often write when I'm trying to like process something that's happening in my life, or something's happening to a friend. I'm trying to like understand, try to get a better understanding of it. So a lot of the stuff can feel kind of dark, but I often am told that like even though it feels dark, there's like hope in it. And I don't know if that comes from the voice or just like, my being is a little bit trying to be hopeful for things that are in very dark times, but mostly it's like hardships, love, and just trying to like understand, self-identity and what's going on in the world, and trying to just figure that out through the music.
No, I want to go back to we were talking about old school and new school. If you
Hmm.
could perform a duet with an old school artist, live or past, and a new school artist, who would they be and why?
Boy, Rudy, why you do this to me? Um,
Because I can, and because you've been, because you didn't go to bed till 3 in the morning.
so
So,
I didn't prepare this one. Oh man, okay. Uh, an old school artist. I'm gonna say Whitney,
oh yes,
and I'm gonna say Whitney because I just think that like to be on stage in that presence with that voice, and also just like to feel like she respected what I did as well would just be amazing. Like I
mm.
don't know this to be anything greater than that. New school artist. Oh boy, there's so many. I mean, I love Rihanna, but I don't think I could keep up with her. But let's go with Kelly. Like I think honestly, I don't know what it is about Kelly, but I feel like her and I, if we met, we'd just be like best friends.
I think so. I
I
think
think we would.
so.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
think
why,
so.
but I got this feeling one of these days I'm gonna be watching her show, and you're gonna be on it for some
Yeah,
reason.
listen, let's manifest it. Let's manifest
Yes,
it. It's gonna
yes.
happen.
But what's also manifesting too is great music. You have great
Mm.
music out. What's going on music wise?
So right now I'm working on the next project. I don't know if it's an EP, singles, album, whatever. I just have been writing lots last year. I mean, lots was happening, obviously. So just again trying to process everything, and I have a whole batch of songs that I'm kind of getting produced now, and we're gonna see what happens with them. I've also done some remixes of the EP that came out last year, so just waiting on the last one, and then that'll be out, and so it'll be like a new little fresh take on those songs. Tide people over till the new stuff comes.
Now, I was on your website. There's a video and a song that I listened to where it looks like you're walking through a field or woods or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna say "You See Through Me."
There we go. What
Yeah,
is that song about, please?
this is the right song. Hold on, walking through. Oh no, this is "Feel the Love."
Okay,
Yeah. "Feel the Love."
Feel the
That's what you're
Love.
talking about. Yeah,
What
because
is
I
Feel
shot
the
it at the
Love?
gloves.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. What is that song about? And what was it like even putting together that video too? And well, before we even get into that, who is your friend that keeps walking by?
Oh, that's my puppy Sammy.
Oh
Yes.
my god. He or she?
Normally he was here. This is
He.
Sammy. Sammy
Hey
Doggy
Sammy.
Jr.
Sammy's
Yeah, he's a
cute.
cutie. Yeah, he's
Oh
very
my
cute. He
goodness.
knows it too.
Why do I have this
I don't
feeling
know.
Sammy could probably do a duet with you too, you know?
Listen, Sammy don't play, okay?
I hear you. Let's go back. The
Okay.
single and the video and how you put this together. What's the single about,
Yeah.
please?
So the song is about me kind of dealing with the fact that I just have major body issues. And it's a thing where like people tell me, you're handsome, you look great, you're sexy, whatever, all the time, like being my partner. And it's just the thing where like my mind is just like, I just can't feel that. I can't see it for myself. And so I was trying to find a way to like put that into a song because it's something I've always had to deal with.
Oh.
When I was skinny, I still felt the same. When I was bigger than I am now, I felt the same. When I'm in the middle, I always just feel the same. So it's me trying to like almost again manifest myself to just like feel that love for myself, stop putting myself down, and like get rid of that negativity and just kind of be in the moment with it. So that's what the song was pretty much about. And then shooting the video. So I shot that one during the height of the pandemic. I had a completely different idea in mind for it initially, but it involved too many people. So I had to just kind of like reassess and like think about how I could do this. And honestly, just it came down to what we were able to do at the time, but also I think it kind of worked out for the better because it just really brought it back down to the essence of the song, and
Yeah.
just trying to be live in myself and live in my own skin and just be comfortable with that. So it's kind of I think it's kind of perfect that it's just me in the video and it's just these like portraits of me just trying to emote what's happening in the song and like how I'm feeling with it.
A lot of people go through that. What were some of the comments that came back to you after you released the video and the song?
People really related to it. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not surprised, but I was a little bit surprised just because I know we all have our issues, right? No matter how we like, everyone's got something about themselves that they either get teased about, or they just, they just want to fix, or they think it's not, it makes them a little bit imperfect. But I think the beauty is in the imperfections, and just kind of owning who you are and knowing that who you are is okay and it's beautiful. And then, we don't need to be like everybody else. It would be such a boring world if we're all the same. So, just live your life, do you, wear what you want to wear, be whatever size you want to be, eat what you want to eat. And, as long as you're happy, you're good.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
In putting out great music, though, there's one question I have to ask you about an artist like yourself. How does it feel, though, that at some point in your career, it could probably be, 15, maybe 20 years from now, somebody's going to come up to you and say, because of your song, I was born.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, that'll be it'll surely feel weird, but I'll be happy about it.
You know it's gonna happen, right? I'm just
It's gonna
preparing
happen.
you now. So when it does happen, you are gonna sit there and go, Rudy was there. That's what Rudy was talking about. So we know about new music coming out. You're working on that. We've already got the great songs that are out right now. You did your first performance. How is that looking right now? I mean, the way things are. I mean, we are, as we speak, into the fourth wave, but things are still open. Things are,
Yep.
people are still out there. It's again still warm. So outside, inside, what is going on with you when it comes to performances too?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the schedule's pretty stacked. I'm not gonna lie, which is a great thing. I think a lot of people are trying to get everything in soon before it gets too cold, and hopefully nothing closes. But in case things close, I think we're trying to get things open now. So I think my next thing now for my solo stuff is a drive-in show at TIFF in September, like 2 weeks from now, I think.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah. So it'll be my second drive-in show. The drive-in show is it's like a weird concept, but the first one I did, I was prepared, but I didn't really get it. Now I know what to expect, so I'll come a little bit harder this time.
Okay, I'm just curious. TIFF, that's not the thing that they have where they have all these artists perform during TIFF, or is it something else? Can you talk about it?
Actually, I'm not. I think the festival's running. I can't remember the actual dates for the festival, but my date is the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think every day the festival is running, they are going to have a different artist.
Right.
Perform before the movie. Yeah.
Yes, they've had that in the past in some capacity, and for folks who've never experienced it, they should go out there and check this out, because it is pretty amazing too. And hopefully the weather will hold up, and whether they do it outside, inside, whatever their plans are, looking forward to that. Look, my friend, I'm going to wrap this up. I got it so you can get some sleep if you can.
I won't be. Trust me, I won't be sleeping.
All right. Well, Sam will keep you up too. So
yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the great music. I'm so looking forward to talking to you more in the future. For when you got the music out. So let's make sure that we do this again. And
sure.
2016, 2021, finally things came together. So happy about that. Thank you again, my friend.